back in the game It's time for your Thursday kickback about all things rap. Co-feature and pass with your host,
Troydashow.
And Lucid the Dreamwaker. And this is the RAPYARD Podcast.
Yo, I don't hear me. Let me check. Yeah, I guess so. I guess you can hear me. What's up, everybody? It is time for another RAPYARD podcast. It is now October, and we're waiting on my co-host. He's running late, probably doing something irresponsible. I don't know, but no, I think he's coming back from work. But anyway, we have a super cool guest that I'm very excited about coming on today. I've kind of like fantasized about doing this interview for like years because I don't know, I've just been a fan for years, and there's certain artists that I've always been like, dang, I wish I could pick their brain. I wish I could, just sit down and have coffee with them. I mean, this is better than that. My light's way too bright. Hold on. There we go. Anyway, we'll go ahead and bring him out because he's in the waiting room waiting on us. Everybody, please welcome Killah Priest. Pew, 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 pew.
Yo.
Yo, thank
What
you.
on, let me make sure I can see. Here we go. I'm good.
How are you doing?
What up, everybody? Peace. How you doing?
People are slowly rolling in. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Fantastic.
I'm good.
Actually. I appreciate you being here. So yeah, I was watching your podcast. I guess that wasn't technically the podcast, right? That was just a live you were doing.
Which one?
You did multiple. I don't know. It's something about wine and wind down or something. What the
Oh
wine?
yeah. That's a new feature. That's a new feature that I'll be doing on Wednesday.
Okay,
So
every Wednesday. Good.
Yeah, every Wednesday, same time.
Who is the gentleman that was sitting to, I guess, the right of the camera? That was, I would say, talking more.
That would be Sue.
Who is it?
That would be Sue. Rasul.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's the character.
Lost Children of Babylon.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Yeah.
It's coming together now. Right on. But y'all were having a very interesting conversation about flat Earth and lots of other things. But, somebody said something about, I don't want to debate. And I love a good debate. So I was kind of hoping for that. And then unfortunately, people decided not.
He always get into stuff like that. He likes pushing the bear, poking the bear a little bit, and then when they come back and they run a battle, you got to take on that battle. If somebody want to debate some of your accusations, I mean, it's up for debate. But you can have a discussion on anything, but it's always crazy like that on the craft.
Yeah. It's similar to a lot of the conversations y'all have for sure. So would you consider your podcast kind of like an open format?
Definitely is an open format. About all ideas, and a lot of people that can come through with anything. Let me sit up.
Right.
So I won't be too relaxed.
Right. And we're pretty relaxed. We're probably like more loose than most podcasts, but I like to, of course we want to talk about the music. We have nothing but artists on. I mean, we've had a couple like filmmakers on. Actually, I want to shout out Frank Meyer, who is the one I suggested I reach out to you. We had him on, and he had his show. Yeah, he had his show on what was it, G Network or whatever back in the day.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, what's up with Frank Meyer, man? Told him I said peace.
Yeah, no, he'll be on Halloween, I believe.
Okay, that's dope. I thought it was Coach Kadaka.
Yeah, it was. Well, Frank Meyer's the one that suggested it, but I was on your live one day and I was trying to get your attention, like, hey, look at me, I'm a podcast. And Coach Kadaka, Kandaka, is that how you say it? That's right. Okay, good. She actually reached out to me. She's like, yeah, I saw you, trying to get us. And she saw the interview we did with Great God. So she was like, yeah, I like your work. I was like, oh, thank you. So it worked out. Definitely. Yeah. I'm sorry for the tech diffs we had last time, but it's like that when you're doing it remote, unfortunately.
It's all good. It all works. All works with divine plan.
I was curious too, speaking of your podcast, this guest that you have coming back, and I'm looking up his name right now, but he was on previously. I guess he's been on multiple times on your podcast. That I think it was on the 17th. I don't see it now.
Yeah, Santos. But I'll
Yeah,
let you. You want to find it? I don't want to tell you.
that's it because I don't see it on your Instagram.
Oh no, Santos Bonacci.
Yeah, that would be him. What is his deal? Like, what does he
Well,
do?
he's definitely a influencer. I want to
Okay,
say of numerology
okay,
and astrology, and
okay.
he breaks down things on the Bible, spiritually being linked to the zodiac signs, and all
I
that.
got
And
you.
you got to break that down.
That's really interesting.
Synchronism. He knows how to
Okay.
sync it all together.
Yeah. That stuff is pretty fascinating to me.
Yeah.
I know you.
AD,
Sorry.
my engineer, put me on to him. He's been around for a minute, and
Yeah.
yeah, he's really good with it.
So does he do like a lot of like coaching and training himself with different people, like kind of like a life coach kind of thing,
Yeah, I guess he every time. Yeah, I
for
guess
lack
so.
of
You can
better?
say it like that. Yeah, every time I see him, he has the ruler in the class. He has charts and stuff, and he be breaking it down. You
Okay.
know, and his son does music, but I think when he comes back on, he's going to have a big speech. I think he's fed up with yes, the internet. He's fed up with all of this stuff, and then he's going to make a big announcement that he's
Uh-oh.
retiring.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, and I want to know the reason why. I know people want to know the reason why, and he wants to tell. So I
Yeah.
can't wait to hear it. He's an Aries, by the way. So
Okay.
they're supposed to be outspoken, according to AD.
Okay.
Are you an Aries?
No, I'm a Sagittarius. What are you?
Fire sign. Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Oh, we link up. Then my sign is a fire too. I'm a Leo.
Okay. I know Leos are always like, I love Leos. Like, some of my best
Yeah,
friends are Leos.
yeah,
Definitely.
fire signs.
Leos and
Yeah.
Scorpios.
Hey,
And for some reason, I keep like getting Geminis showing up in my life.
yeah,
My
Gemini.
mother's a Gemini, but the other ones that aren't my mother, whew, they cause
Yeah,
problems over and
uh,
over.
yeah,
And
right. My
yeah,
son,
I
he's a
get,
Gemini. Yeah,
yeah, they're
and
troublesome.
why
That's from
you
my
bump at me?
experience.
What's that you drinking?
It's
Electric.
wine.
Is that Snoopy?
Yeah, it's wine out of a Snoopy mug.
Okay,
It's fire
all right.
fire sign behavior.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
And I
I
think my
like that
co-host.
Snoopy cup.
Thank you. I got it at an estate sale. Well, actually, my daughter got it. I'm borrowing it, but yeah,
Uh,
thank you. Um,
he slept on
I
top of the house.
Yeah,
So,
he did. Woodstock.
yeah,
Yeah, I always like when he was like fantasizing about being the Red Baron, like this World War I pilot. Just
yeah.
randomly, just his house turns into a plane. It's kind of random seeming.
Dark side of Snoopy.
Right? Like, he's all cute and innocent, and then he falls asleep and he starts like gunning down,
Hmm.
whatever they were gunning down back then.
Yeah,
It was pre-Nazi. Uh, but my co-host, I was saying, I think he's an Aries. If I might be wrong. We'll have to ask him when he gets here. He was born in
that's good because I'm good friends.
February.
All my best friends and all my good friends are Aries and Sag. Really good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like you need
Yeah.
some of that like water sign to like cool you down sometimes, for
Yeah.
sure. One thing I wanted to ask you about was you had a song that I just discovered today called "Do the Damn Thing,"
Right.
and huh?
Right. No doubt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
It's-
so this song, it's not like any of your songs I've heard before. Like, this is so different from anything I've ever heard you do. And
Yeah.
I was curious, like, in the song you say something like, "I ain't Biggie, I ain't Diddy," right?
Right.
Yeah, it's weird how
Wow.
that stuff ages, right? So,
Wow. That's crazy. I gotta
did
catch that. Is that what
Yeah.
ODB?
No, this was in 2015, I believe. You did this. It's kind of like a DMX style like
Yeah,
club
yeah. You know what?
banger.
You know what's crazy? That I did a
But
remix of that song, and Old Dirty, when he came home, he did the remix to it.
okay, so this
Yeah,
came out way before then,
you're right.
before 2015. Okay,
Yeah,
because that's what Spotify said. I was like, wow.
yeah.
Now that I gotta pull up. I'm gonna pull that up. It might have been pulled though, because this is the only one I see right now.
I tell you, I'm not gonna get through the damn thing. Yeah, that was the same cast. What was it? I know the guys who did. They did the beat for Bust Around. Put your hands where my eyes can see.
Okay, that makes sense. They're in the business of making club bangers, I guess.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
How
So
things
what
come back in full circle.
did you what was like the inspiration behind it? Did they like come to you and say, "Hey, we got this beat," or like was it just
Yeah,
kind of a random thing? Oh, they
yeah.
came to you.
They submitted to the label. At that time, I
Oh,
was
okay.
on the MCA, I believe, and
Yeah.
they came around and they submitted to the label. But I knew people from Brooklyn that knew them, and I think believe it's either Flatbush or Brownsville, one of them. And
Yeah.
we kicked it, man, and I was just like, yo, let me hear a beat. And they came through. It was hard. One of them
Yeah.
passed away, R.I.P. They're brothers.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, I do see it. I just see it in Discogs. I don't know if that's oh, that's where you could buy the CD. Okay. Yeah, that must have been pulled with the version with Old Dirty Bastard on it.
Oh, you see it, right?
I do see it, but I only see where you can buy the CD. I don't see where you can listen to it like streaming.
Well, you could try YouTube or all of that.
I did, and I like yeah, I tried YouTube first.
Yeah, they wild, man. That was on because the remix was on something else. It was
Wait a second, this I might have found it. Yeah, let me see. Okay, I think I found it. I want to play a
come
snippet of it real
on.
quick. All right, here we go. Let me pull this like this because I think people that are like diehard fans of yours will probably feel the same way I did. I was like, what? This is different.
Anyway, get rich, get brain. Get off the wall and do the damn thing. Get off the floor and do the damn thing. Get off the floor.
That's not the original beat.
Silly rappers.
That's not what?
That's not even the original beat. I don't even know what that
I didn't think so. I didn't know if they redid it for the
crazy.
remix.
Yeah. Let me see.
Okay.
Let me see. I don't even remember that cover. That's crazy.
No, I think some random person just put this up.
Yeah.
But that is ODB on there. R.I.P. ODB. He's
Yeah.
honestly one of my favorite rappers of all time.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that
Well, you
you
can
aren't,
play it.
because you are.
I like, huh?
I said you are one of my favorite rappers of all time. Like honestly, I swear to
Thank you
God.
so
And I'm
much.
not trying to gas you up because I know whenever I was in like the latter years of high school, early years of college, I had my Discman, right? And Heavy Mental, I had to buy like 3 copies of it because it kept getting bumped and scratched so much in my Discman when I would ride the bus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
no.
What's the 40-second delay? In the Walkmans, they used to have the 40-second delay shock. Remember?
Oh yeah. Yeah, they had. Once I got that Discman, I was like, I'm nuts to this because that kept ruining CDs. So I was like, I'm just gonna play tapes again.
Yeah. They had the 20-second shock. I didn't know what that meant, but it was like when you walk, it's a shock, and your record skips
And it
and
sits there
stuff.
and goes, zzz, and then it tries to
Yeah.
go back to where it was, but it fails.
Yeah.
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 All right, let's play some more of this.
Y'all the nicest bunch. Anyway, get rich, get brain. Get off the wall and do the damn thing. Get off the floor and do the damn thing.
I don't think it's a very good recording of it.
I'm on the streets, Ringo, spinning the spingo, easy lingo. You doing that tango, the bed don't wear tango. I did park my shit at the club at the Strange Joe. Smack those in your face show, got wiggins in the plate show. Block party in this motherfucker. I'm the only around the sucker.
Now, did they have that on the original song where it was going back and forth like stereo, or did this
Yeah.
version do that?
Dirt. Man, he was a
He
little
wanted
bit.
that.
Yeah. I guess when he came home, it was him, R.I.P. and Papa Wu. They was in the studio. They came.
Yeah.
We was in Brooklyn, and he came through. Man, he said, you know, I was the last dude he wanted to work with at that point. Where
Yeah.
it was cool.
Yeah. Right on. Let's skip. Let's see if we can get to your part.
I ain't hear a rapper that I can't move yet. Get off the wall and do the damn thing. Get on the floor and do the damn thing.
That's a very trail in.
No, it's just a jazz version. It's like somebody just, you know, sat a little candle on a desk and just started playing. Did it to a hard. That was a kind of hard song. Yeah.
Yeah. The version I heard, I think, was the original, and it's more like.
Yeah, and
like this.
well, I think the lyrics probably different. So.
Oh well, that's a whole different song. Yeah. This is on an album. I didn't realize that.
Me either.
What's that?
There it goes. Yeah, that's it.
I ain't hear a rapper that I can't move yet. Get off the wall and do the damn thing. Get on the floor and do the damn thing. I see it, then write it, believe it, I'm psychic, the nicest is here. The rest of those cats, they was last year. They'll do something. I heard it, the beefs, the murders, the streets, the cursing that's weak. Do something different for instance, the priest is brief. A technique, I proves my point with the pen and some gin. Thoughts and beats, I'm blending it in. My records will spin.
It just, and I, they got the copyright demons we got to watch out for, so we don't get.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's like, it says 2015. That must be the that's remastered.
Yeah, I haven't heard that in a long time.
When did that come out then? Like the actual year?
Like 2014. 2013.
Okay. I was thinking it was way before that.
Yeah.
You even look different in the picture. You got like a different haircut and everything.
Right.
Yeah. That's cool. I mean, it just goes to show like how versatile you are too. And because that's the only song I've ever heard where you're doing like, what I would call like a club banger type beat. But it still sounds really good. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing about music when I'm in the studio. It's like it's so many areas to go, and then you choose a pick. But as long as I have something in there that represents, me, and I try to keep it basically to the most possibly I could. And back then they just all they want you with a fly beat. And I just thought that complimented me a little bit, and it was a little challenge. It was a little challenge, but I'm up for it. I was up for it, so we got it.
Like a true craftsman, you got to challenge yourself.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, you like on another song like that was so different, but it was more, I guess, in line with what. Very different, but more in line with what I might expect. Oh,
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here. I'm just
oh, okay. No, I was saying that you did a song where it was like telling the story from a perspective. Okay, I got you. Like a Native American tale.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to remember.
Are you talking about Grandmother's Land?
Yes. I love that song. Like,
what just happened here?
I don't know. I wasn't sure if I should keep talking or if you could hear me, but it looks like the camera.
Boom.
Okay.
I'm back.
All right. I don't see the camera though.
All right now.
If you go to the settings, like the gear icon, and go
I got it.
Oh, there you are. All right, cool. No, you're good. No, that song. Hey, and by the way, you have a lot of. It looks like the same person that does the animating for a lot of your videos. Is that the case, or is it different people?
Yeah, Dave. Yes, Dave Morris is the animator,
okay.
And we also did a short film. So we turn it all into like some short story.
Yeah. God, I gotta find this other one too. I should have written all these down, but there was another one that was, I guess, like a biblical story that he animated. That was more recent, I think. It was really good. I guess Anak, is that how you say it?
Yeah, it's called Wing People 2.
Yeah.
And
Yes. Yeah.
and
So is that a story straight? Is that a story from the Bible, or is that like a different? How do you
yeah,
come up with these stories? Is what I'm trying to get
I
at.
know. Dave Flo was telling me that yesterday. Well, I always think, I see things a little bit different, and I always like to explain the story somewhere a little different than the norm.
Yeah.
People are used to hearing a story from one perspective, but what about the trees perspective? Not just
Yeah.
walking through the garden and telling your story about the trees, but what about the tree story? What they have to say.
Hmm.
So I kind of like see the whole thing, know where it come from. Basically, it's just all about visual and being prolific and different. So
Yeah.
what inspires me is like I like the story. If I like it, then I'll be like, well, what about this? I start asking questions and
Right.
oh,
Right.
God, you know. And I
Yeah,
always
that's
wanted to
good.
tell that story and link it. I got heavy into the Sumerian mythos, and then I got into I was into the all the ancient mythos, and I definitely was into the Bible. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
When you get really deep into that, like into religious studies, it's kind of it's not really surprising, but it is interesting how they're all intertwined and kind of feed off of each other.
right.
Um, and
Right.
I'm not a super like religious person, but I am, I guess, this is a cliche nowadays, but I guess I could call myself more spiritual. And
Yeah,
it's always kind of drawn me to that, like to go further and further back. And, it gets frustrating because there's only so much text and stuff
yeah,
that
yeah.
can be
Like
interpreted.
it's hard to read. I'm not gonna front. That's why it's good to make songs of what you can remember or anything like that. And I find some of them to be more of a like a movie than
Hmm.
a
Hmm.
spiritual, or a religious story. I take
Right.
the spirituality of it, and look, you can learn a lot from all walks of life and all different myth, whether it be true or mythos. You could still learn from, and
Right.
it came
Right.
from the imagination or divine imagination. So
Right.
it's fun. It's fun bringing bring those stories back to life.
I'll bet. On that note, do you ever feel like when you're writing, or when you're, even if you're like, I don't know if you freestyle or not, like just on the spot, if you put that in your albums,
Yeah.
but
Um.
you do?
I, huh? What was that?
No, I was saying you do like
Well, it's
freestyle on your
all
albums and stuff.
nah, no, 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 no.
Oh,
But I understand how to do it though. I don't understand about the no writing.
yeah.
I got to that point where I don't have to put it down, but I understand how Biggie did it, and I understand if you go over it enough in your mind, you can
Hmm.
just continue do it. But I
Yeah, yeah.
need some type of notes on whatever I'm building with. So if I'm building it, I take brick by brick, and I take every bar, which is a brick, kind of serious. Because if it's serious to you, then it affect other people the same way,
Right.
probably.
Yeah, you could take your time with it and kind of go back and move stuff around.
Yeah,
But do you ever feel like when you are writing, like you kind of go into a zone where it's like, this doesn't even belong to me. Like I feel like I'm being like moved by something else, like higher than me, in a way,
wow, all the time. Yeah, that
all
was
the
a bar
time.
right there. You sure you don't write?
Yeah, I'm sure. But
Well,
no, because like this. Go ahead.
sometime when it's called the flow. So I
Hmm.
guess when you get into a rhythm or flow, it just comes, and then you try your best not to block it. But
Hmm.
where I'm at in the studio, because when you start thinking about studio time and you start
Hmm.
thinking
Yeah,
about that, you kind
you
of
gotta
like,
get home and this and that.
yeah,
Yeah.
you get tensed up, you get a little tensed up. But
Right.
it's good to sometimes you could just walk away. You can walk away from the music and
Hmm.
then write it in your head or go to a car or something like that. So
Yeah.
it's a flow that you don't disrupt. So I try not to disrupt it as much as I can. And now
Hmm.
that being more seasoned and more I like to say pickled sometimes with
I
the
like that.
music. So now I pick and choose my time, but I don't pick and choose what time to write. That could or inspiration that could come at any time. But
Yeah.
I feel a recording. It comes when it comes.
Okay. And now at this point, probably since you've been doing it for a while and you're like a pro, you know when it's there. Like some people might not, that are starting out might not know exactly what that feels like.
Yeah,
Yeah. But yeah, that's
not
very
over
cool.
anxious, but just sipping the wine like you, and
Out of your
and let
sleepy.
it come to me. You don't you when you sip in
Right.
wine, you don't rush the euphoric feeling of getting high or a little tipsy. You let it come
Hmm.
when it comes. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And that's the best effect. So it's the same kind of effect when you're writing. I guess it's like when you don't rush it or anticipate. Sometimes it just flows out.
Yeah. Because I've heard some crazy songs, lyrics, whatever, where it almost seems like, okay, I don't even believe that was them that wrote that. Like they had to have like it. Okay, like for example, I don't want to, be too like kiss assy, but like your songs. I'll use a different example.
Now you good.
Like,
You good. You had
like
you had peace. You had peace. You at home. You can say
Lupe
whatever you want.
Lupe Fiasco wrote a song, "Adoration of the Magi." Have you heard this?
Man, he's a dope MC. That's all I know.
But have you heard
Nah,
this
man.
song though? Because
Nah.
I think it's particularly like stuff like this topic that we were talking about, religion and stuff. I'm gonna
Mhm.
play just a bit of this. There's a video that like interprets the lyrics and kind of breaks them down, and it's like mind blowing.
Yeah.
But it's called,
So
"Adoration of the Magi," about
Federation of the Magi.
yeah,
The title alone is dope.
yeah, yeah,
Most MCs not even thinking like that right now. So that
right.
that puts Lupe on a whole nother level right there.
Exactly. And when you approach like deeper topics as a rapper, and that may not be like your everyday thing, you're not like really speaking to your core audience. It's not going to sell you a bunch of records. You do it anyway. I don't know. I
Right.
just felt like when he wrote this, in my opinion, it felt like listening to the hand of God like reached through him and wrote it
Mhm.
for him. But maybe I'm overhyping
No, I
it.
love your insight. No,
Yeah,
it definitely
thank
got
you.
it. Your insight gets me to see a little clear. I told you I see things from a different perspective.
Yeah, likewise. Well, appreciate that. So it starts up
You're
there.
so smart, you're like a contemporary museum of art that farts, that's harsh. Narcissism on narcotics, on sharp objects in large pockets at dark. You ain't gotta holler, keep it, metal get solid. Lead the leaders, that's how you follow it. Then clobber it, low on energy, fine peach cobbler, then goblet. Yeah, it's food in them drums and boxes. If you beat them up, then they'll drop it. Then they'll rapidly flicker till they disappear. Blinging gradually quickens till they isn't here. And that's
Okay, just that part. He's talking about life.
Narcotics. Yeah.
The whole span of life from birth, and until you like life is a video game, and then you fade out. No, 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 no. And it gets deep in it. I'll send you the link.
Yeah, send me that. Send
I
me that.
will.
That was amazing. I
Like
love music
first time
that
I
can
heard
get
it. First time I heard it, I sent it to everybody I knew, like my parents. They're like, okay, but they don't have
wow,
the same passion for hip hop I do. Um,
wow.
but yeah, like so. I mean, would you?
Narcotics.
Yeah, narcissism on narcotics with sharp
Yeah,
objects.
yeah.
Yeah,
Fire.
definitely. Um, but yeah, I've been listening to your new album, and what would you say is your favorite song off your new album? I'm gonna try to pronounce it.
But Roma.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be it.
Okay. Let me pull it back up.
Because of the intro, I mean, I'm not going to break it down. I mean, I'm not going to explain it until I wait for you to. But I'm just saying that it would be Roma.
Okay, you know what? I think that was one of my favorites too. Let me. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of.
But every time it is switch.
What do you mean? Oh, what your favorite is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one means a lot to me.
Yeah, and then this one, and let me look at the album because
Because I'm
I don't have it memorized yet. What songs are what? I like the which one was it? I like I Am.
I
That was good.
am. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Wing People 3.
yeah, the Wing People 3, and Wing
A
People
lot of people
2.
tell me.
Yeah,
People want that video. People want the. I'm hearing a lot of love for Wing People 3. It was dope.
yeah. Are you gonna do one with the same animator?
Most definitely.
Okay. All right, let me play that word. I don't know how this layout works anymore. I guess. There we go.
Fire worshippers. Abraham followed Abraxas, Sax, priests, honorable and hollow words. Same word, sages of the ages, and prophets, Coptic, Gnostics, and apostles heard. Then those sinning unfinished, now it's written in the ribbon, and held by 4 swallow birds. Beneath Abraxas practice, in the blackness, seance, each one of my classics. Burn a candle to Anu with bottle myrrh, and Quetzalcoatl and herbs. Priest the novel and the marble been her. A gold icon of Basilides of Alexandria. They sold to Italy from a palace out in Zambia. Stole from Sicily, Africa towers over Pangea. Amateur, reaching for my aroma. Deep sleep and yoga. Psyches like the Pisces of Jonah. Tertullian, till I get the nutrients and come out a Nubian. I'm not talking about the ancient Natufians or hooligans when I'm putting out something new again. Let LF tell a death. Me, I'm an embellish on the angelic. Holding the mic like a relic. Last one left. Priest and purpose. Leaving footprints deep in the surface.
I keep waiting for like a pause, but this like keeps going so good. What does pleroma mean?
Pleroma is in the Gnostic is the highest state of the heavens, like where you
Okay.
it's almost the state. It's the same as the state of Nirvana
That's what
in
I was gonna say.
Hinduism. So Pleroma in the Gnostic is the celestial gates
Mm.
that you can read. It's euphoria.
In agnostic, okay.
Yeah, it's the same as saying euphoria or Nirvana or peak.
Now, someone in the comments said, especially when females know when he was the leading scorer in the NBA in 2005 or any sports stat of accomplishment that only hardcore fans would know. He's not talking. What is he talking about?
Huh?
He's talking about, especially when females know when he was the leading scorer in the NBA in 2005. You must be on the wrong stream or something. I don't know.
Yeah, he thinking about KD, I think.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm KP.
Is that what it is? That's hilarious. Poor guy. I don't even
Yeah.
say your name. We'll keep it moving.
Yeah.
That was funny though. Okay. Yeah. So the what was the song that has that intro? I think it's I Am. Let me see.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who makes your instrumentals, like in general? Is it usually the same person or?
No, different producers. This production was done solely by Purpose from Tragic Allies.
Okay.
So, we came together and did a whole project. And and it's getting a lot of love.
Yeah, it's
And we
beautiful.
wanted to bring back to some thank you so much.
Mhm.
And I already knew he's been on multiple of my projects, started from the offering
Mm.
on
Yeah.
up. And it's just like, he's always been throwing me beats, but I was like, yo, where's that? When I think of a grungy beat or something that remind me of a Wu element, I
Yeah.
always think of him.
Yeah.
So, it was that inevitable. He said, Priest, let's do a whole joint. And after 2 or 3, that was just like, come on, let's do it. I was inspired anyway. I was already in the studio, so.
Right. Do you still work with RZA on beats and stuff, or is he kind of doing his own thing? I don't know.
Yeah, RZA's not. Yeah, RZA's not. I guess he does style makes production by himself, but he's more into the movies and stuff like that.
Right.
I
And that's
work
been for a
more
while.
with yeah. I got one beat out of him for the psychic world, which was crazy. He gave it to me on the priest. This is
Oh
yours.
wow.
Don't tell nobody. Here's the secret.
Uh-oh.
Don't tell
Rapyard
me
exclusive.
nobody. That's me singing in the beginning. Here comes the sunshine. So,
Yeah,
um,
that's funny.
yeah. So he sung on that. That album was special because you had a lot of the Wu elements coming through.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I work with the Wu elements mostly, Fourth Disciple, True Master, and Rakim, and I got to get a law of mathematics on my track because I do stuff with him too.
Mm.
And
And
God's Wrath, I work with a lot of with God's Wrath
okay.
and Shroom, a lot of cats from the UK too.
Okay. I'm not familiar with Shroom. I think I've heard of God's Wrath. And I know you did you were in the Horseman with Rascas and was it Cannabis? Yeah. That's a crazy combo. Because we had Rascas on, we were talking about it. We were like, I love all those rappers, like, but that's a crazy combo. And it works.
Shout out to
You know?
Raz. Yeah, shout out to
Yeah,
Raz.
definitely.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Cannabis. Shout out to
Yes.
Rap Cannabis. Man, what you gonna do with MCs like that? Cannabis, Corrupt, and Razcast, and RIP to Chino XL. He was
Yes.
definitely a member too.
Yeah. Oh, he was?
Yeah,
Okay, I didn't know that. I thought it
we're
was just
gonna
the three of
reveal that
y'all.
soon.
Oh, okay.
Behold, another horse.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, that was, I mean, we've lost a lot of good people this year. Like a lot of really talented people. It's crazy. I mean, it happens every year, especially like you get older, but it just seems like a lot this year, you know? Yeah, let me play this I Am real quick.
Oh yeah.
Praise the Most High, the smoke rise, they ghosts fly, they both died. They throw tied on the goat hide, sacrifice them all to ball. Rain fall, my tears pour, my ears sore, pagans don't hear law. Theodore, the old man stumbled from smearing off. Weird cough, appeared lost, brushing his beard off. His lady riffing from a distance, wishing he cared more. Tobacco called bear claw, the back of his hair gone. I'm writing in rare form, throw light in the spear storms like a titan with hair blonde, or Viking in gear bronze. My mic like a magic wand, daggers in palm, Pythagoras psalms, the master is calm, relax, moving his palm.
Wow.
Man.
You see, like intertwine so many different, like we were talking about, different elements of spirituality and different like lore and myths from all over the world. You got, I can't even keep track. You got Sumerians and Vikings and all kinds of stuff. You kind of try to marry all those elements like on all your music, or well,
Yeah,
except for the ones
you
that are
heard
like
what I said.
specific. Yeah. No, what'd you say?
No, you said I can't even keep track. I said no
Oh,
pun intended.
oh, right. Yeah.
But that was the tracks. That's the thing about the album. This particular album, it's got so many stories, and it takes you back to so many different dimensions and childhoods and experiences and things that you may have heard or saw and things like
Mm,
that. So there's so much to explore from, and that's coming
mm,
from, somebody who listens to me actually made the beat. So he kind of like painted that whole picture along with me. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Well, he created the rhythm, and the whole thing had me reminiscing into that
Okay.
type of, so you're gonna get a whole host. When an MC's happy, let's say an MC's happy and the beat is right, then you're gonna have a good night. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna have a good painting. If the
Right.
lighting is set and the paintbrushes is already there, so
And then you got your storyteller. Yeah. That must be nice. Like just to have someone that knows you that well that can like just be like, all right, I know I got a Killah Priest type beat coming up.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Then you
Definitely.
see the whole idea, and then you the whole thing is making magic or words into something that everyone can relate to. And then when I heard it, I was like, okay, now this is everything
Mm.
is a feeling. Like Knowledge Born, Priest to him, he said every day the his favorite switches because there's so much things that's in there.
Hmm. Yeah.
You know?
It's like I don't know. That's another kind of deep thing to think about when you're able to like get together with somebody and build creatively. That's kind of rare, you know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's why the album has 4 titles.
No, that's why.
There's so much to dig into. So
Right.
all the elements are brought into the 4 elements,
Hmm.
4 corners. For the flat earthers, they like that. The 4 corners.
Now, I'm personally feel like the Earth is round. I don't know where you fall on that. I believe from watching your streams
No
that
pun
you
intended.
yeah follow, but I don't know. There's too much conspiracy theorist stuff going around, and it's like, especially when you get into the spiritual side of things and you kind of dig deep into that on the internet. Like your guest is coming on, your friend is gonna probably talk about. It's like you can't ever. There's no threshold. Like it goes from like you're learning, and then it's some conspiracy theory stuff, and you don't know what's what, or some of it's so obviously fake. It's just kind of ridiculous, you know. But that's my 2 cents. I got to be careful because, like, I might offend my flat Earth fans. I don't know.
You're doing good. So you're
Yeah.
doing actually excellent. I let everybody have their own opinion on that, on what shape of the earth. Man,
Yeah.
we have to understand doing all of that. You have to also no one came up with what's my blood type,
Wait, say what?
What medicine? No, people miss jewels, smaller jewels, but you need to know, so you don't
Yeah.
know your own
Oh,
blood
right,
type.
right. Like, what's your blood type? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. A lot of people walking around not knowing
Yeah,
not knowing their family name.
yeah. Pretty much, or like where their grandparents are buried or whatever. Yeah. That's that you handled that way more deftly than I did. I could tell you got some experience dealing with
Huh?
that on live, just like controversial topics. You know,
Oh, what,
I'm just saying, like you, what is that word? Not delegate, deflect, something like that. Yeah.
nah, you
Well,
good.
so okay. So one thing I did want to ask you about as well is the most prolific lyric that you're probably the most well known for is your verse on the Jizza Liquid Swords song. Was that Force Chamber by Judge Wisely? It's nothing ever surprised me. I know all the words of it. So, like, do people come up to you and like quote that to you, or like, is
Yeah,
that those
I
things
heard a
that like
lot.
you'll never
A lot of
live
people
down?
say it wrong, huh?
They say it wrong.
Yeah, some people say I sit wisely.
Something
They're
like
like,
that. Yeah.
yeah, I understand. Shit, I understand wisely what happened.
They're trying. They're trying. Is it like?
And
Is it one of those
nowadays,
things where? Go ahead.
now you good.
I'm sorry. Is it one of those things where you kind of get tired of people like coming up to you about it because it's that same song over and over, or do people want you to perform it, or is it
No,
just
I
that
actually
good?
think no, I love it because it's a stamp of hip hop. And if I can
Yeah.
create or have any type of stamp of hip hop, then I'm good, man. Anytime the clan perform, we do that song.
Yeah. I'm sure it's got to be unreal because that is probably one of the greatest verses in hip hop. Period. Like hands down.
Right.
How did that come to you? Does it? You know what? I asked that, and I remember I saw an interview. You're saying that was going to be a diss, right?
Oh yeah, well, it wasn't gonna be a diss. It was actually just us in the studio and it kind of like pumped me up to go hard. So it's like, sword sharpens sword. So we was all in the studio. That they made me write that verse out of rage a little bit. So I just
Okay,
like,
okay.
this is what I do. You know what I'm saying? So I judged wisely. I came right after RZA, and it
Yeah.
was me, Ghost, Raekwon came over there too. Yeah.
And they're no slouch. So it was like you're like, okay, I got this. And they
Yeah,
so did they
we
intentionally
actually
like piss you off? Is that what they did?
I guess they wanted the best. I guess everybody wanted the best out of everybody. I
Yeah,
do
yeah.
remember us all in the studio cracking jokes, and we was, that was the track. Briz was like, "Yo, get on this, Priest." After this, all of that, it was like, "Yo, Priest,
Mm,
get on this one." And I was like, "Yo, all right." And then RZA went, I went, Ghost went, and then just that was it.
mm,
Well,
yeah.
we closed the
Wow.
door. We closed the door after that.
Mm.
But when I did the Judge Wisely verse, RZA was happy.
Oh, I'll bet. I'll bet. There's like so
Said,
many
"Yo, that's it."
iconic, yeah, like just moments in the Wu-Tang era, that like shaped hip hop so much. It's hard for like probably younger people to understand when you're growing up in the 90s, and it's kind of flat. Like there's rap, there's hip hop, whatever, but it's all kind of going the same direction. You might have like some reggae like guest appearances here and there or whatever, but then there's like these guys, from Staten Island or whatever, that are like just doing the kung fu movie thing out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like just super dedicated. Their lyrics are dope. Their beats are insane, and it's just like
Right,
people lost their minds when y'all came out.
right.
And yeah, now I think I remember seeing you say that you were like down the street from Jizza or something growing up. Is that right?
Right
I don't
around the
want to say it
corner.
wrong. Okay, okay.
Right around the corner, like literally right there.
When did they pull you into the whole mix as far as like rapping?
Like at the beginning. I
Oh,
won't say
okay.
in the beginning, but at the beginning. At the beginning is a little bit more because Protect Your Neck was already done.
Hmm.
And Method Man was working on. He was doing either a remix or just straighten up his vocals when I came there. But
Hmm.
Method Man,
Of Method Man, the song. Yeah,
METHOD, yeah.
yeah. He's he's come out and said that he thought Tikal was like the worst album out of all the solo albums that came out. And
Method is always hard on himself, but
yeah, I see
most of
that.
the only reason why is because his album, him and Deck got caught in the flood, and so their
Oh,
album was destroyed. So he had to re-record his whole album.
I had no idea.
Yeah,
So Inspector Deck had an album too. That did he release was that his album the one that he intended to release, or did he have to redo it or whatever?
he had to redo it. New songs right
Same
there
thing.
on the still
Wow.
dope, but it wasn't like what he lost.
Yeah.
What he lost. Yeah.
No, that sucks. I had no idea. That's interesting. Well, it happened the way it did. Someone in the comments said, "Salute Killah Priest, Sons of Man. Wu Tang is definitely legendary." Yoshi, don't even know how iconic this interview is. Yes, I do. Ralph Lee. He said you got to do more interviews. All right. Well, I ain't reading no more comments. I don't know. I guess my co-host got caught up in something. He's a DJ, so he gets caught up in driving around and putting equipment up and stuff like that sometimes. But I know he's going to be mad he missed out on this.
I
But
know
I'm
how
not.
that is. My AD is a DJ too. My co-host.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Does he get caught up in stuff too, moving equipment around and whatnot?
Well, all of his stuff, he's very organized, so you have it already set up right then
You
and
hear
there.
that? You need to get more organized, Dreamwaker. That's what the issue is. I'm just playing.
Well, I mean, it's organized chaos.
Yeah, always, always. That's like me. I'm like scrambling to do everything at the last minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're gonna have Frank Meyer on Halloween, more than likely. He's gonna talk about because his movie got pulled, and then they're gonna I guess it was some legal issue. They're gonna put it back out there, so we're gonna, promote
Frank
that.
Myers is with Hellraiser, right? Didn't he do something?
Yeah, yeah, he did Hellraiser and Freestyle 101 is a movie
Yeah.
where We watched. We did like a streaming party. What do you call that? Watch party on Twitch.
Nice.
And we got some other people too. We got is someone that Coach Kandaka wanted me to have on. I'm trying to remember. I should know this. Jamil Honesty. And he's got a lot of dope features and stuff, and his music's pretty dope. So I'm excited about that. That'll be next week.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. But anyway, I won't hold you any longer. I appreciate you coming on. It was an honor and a blessing, and it was really good to talk to you. It's kind of weird because, like I said, it was like a fantasy in my head. You know, it was you, probably KRS-One, you know, and a couple other people. So
no doubt. No doubt.
appreciate that.
Well, thanks for having me. Abraxas
Definitely.
Rebus Simha Pleroma in the stores. That's how you pronounce it. Abraxas
thank you.
Rebus Simha Pleroma is in all platforms and streams. It's been very beautiful speaking to you, and I hope I made all your dreams come, or your fantasies come to pass.
Yes, definitely. Everyone go and isn't there like a vinyl that came out recently too of it?
Yeah, you can purchase the vinyl. You gotta go to killerpriest.tv, go to shop, and then go get the vinyl. Hurry up because they're running out fast, and the CD. So I got this. This is my first time doing a vinyl like off top. I did Forest, but that was a special project. We brought that back. So I have Forest, the Happy Ever After on vinyl. Get that for your collective item, and get the Abraxas Rebus Simha Pleroma.
Yeah, you hear that, people? Go get that. You collect vinyl, you're a DJ, go copy right now. It's killerpriest.tv. That's his website. Go to it. All right. Everybody, thank you for joining us, Killah Priest. And everyone go cop that vinyl. Thank you for coming on. We appreciate it.
Check out the Podcraft every Monday.
Yes.
Every Sunday at 5, Sunday at 5, Monday at 5, and now back Wednesday at 5. Winding down at 6.
Pacific time, right?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Yeah, it is Pacific. Yes.
Okay, so 5 Pacific, that'd be 8 Eastern. Yeah.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you add the 3, carry the 1. Right. You can multiply that by.
I feel smart because I have to do that all the time. So I'm like, yeah, now I know that 5 is 8. Okay.
That's all. It's all great.
All right, folks. That's a wrap. We'll see you next time.